Hi, this K-bar user. My Bluebird Sky went away. But we do have coffee on the boil. And I'm just enjoying myself here today. Hey, how you doing? Back out in the field, and this is where I want to be. Me, I got Stumpy with me, and everything's cool. Even if it does start drizzling a little bit. Over the winter time, well, I had a lot of free time. I made some new gear. Going back to, say, more traditional ways of doing things. A haversack and a small knapsack and whatnot. So we'll be going over that gear out in the field very soon. I just wanted to get out here today, short video for you. Like I said, I'm going to try to put these two together and see what happens. And yeah, just like I said, a short video. This you've seen before. This is my haversack that I've now turned into a knapsack. You can see the shoulder arrangements. I sewed a D-ring reinforced with leather, just cotton straps. Oh man, this cold is not doing me any good, trust me. Now for some of the other gear I made this year, of course that's my Esprit stove there burning away. I made this leather pouch for it. Stove fits in there nice, along with my short kit for the knife, fork, and spoon. And when Chris Simmons gets my canteen done, which I appreciate, thank you very much, Chris. When he gets that done, we'll get rid of that Nalgene bottle and we'll get that wooden canteen on here. Made a nice leather sack out of elk hide this year, and inside of there there's some peanut butter and stuff, and cake of fix and wax, coffee, my overnight medicine in case I get stuck out here. Yeah, so everything's going great. Yeah, it just got real quiet out here and the wind died down, so it's probably not long from now if it's going to start. So yeah, the camera's back up, got the batteries and everything. I'm happy as a lark. I'm out here and it's not chilly, but it's not warm either. It's just nice out here. It's absolutely beautiful. Do wish I kept my beard though. The face ain't used to it. It's getting kind of cold out here on it. But hey, what can you do? So there's the setup with the stove. Coffee's getting warm. They were throwing their Esprit tab under there. Usually takes two in the winter time to get a good boil going. We'll see. I just keep an extra one here for it. As you can see, you might be able to see it steaming. When you see that and you're out in the woods doing this, don't forget, if it's 40 degrees out here and the water is 45, it's going to steam a little bit. So just because you see steam doesn't mean it's actually boiling or really hot. It's just warmer than the air temperature. See, it's not even, it's barely lukewarm. Let's throw another Esprit tab in there. And there's another lane down there with a deer stand on the end. And this is my little grove that I love. Right here between this tree right here and this tree here, when I was a youngster, about 12, my dad brought me out here and put up a lean-to right there. It's long since rotted away, of course. But we put up a lean-to right there, and he said to me, well, what do you want to do with it? And I said, well, I'd like to sleep here. He said, well, go ahead. He came back with my single barrel and about 10 shells and said, here, make a weekend of it. And that's all he gave me was the gun and 10 shells. So kind of had to figure out on my own how to cook and whatnot, but it was a good learning experience. That's why I love this grove. My dad's been passed away now since 96. And this is some of the memories I have of it. Not to mention different lakes, fishing ponds and whatnot. That's the point of getting out here, is to make the memories so that when you get older and you can't do it anymore and you're kind of just sitting back in your parlor, it gives you something to think about while you're sitting around getting old. This is what I did, this is where I went and whatnot. These are old pine trees here, boy. Actually, this property here, I found out recently was, well, those of you who know any history about Pennsylvania or its history in general, the Wyoming settlers came down from New York to settle the Wyoming Valley here in Pennsylvania. And they came right through this area here. Actually, they did come through this area here and down into Wyoming. They got massacred by a bunch of Indians down there, and I'm going to do another trip down at the actual place where one of the battles took place. But on the way back from that massacre, what was left of them, this Mount Cobb here, they walked right through the middle of town on their way back to, you might see it referenced in the book as the 7 Mile Swamp. That's not too far from here. It's only about 10 miles. So they walk through here and down through that 7 Mile Swamp to get back to New York, New Jersey area. If you follow that out, it'll lead you right into Camden, New Jersey. So, nice little place. I enjoy it. This is where I grew up. These little saplings, obviously, they weren't here when I was growing up. This is basically an open grove in here. But boy, you can make some pine needle tea, huh? It's everywhere. Funny thing is, not a lot of these trees have fat wood on it. I've done a lot of them. Like, you think that, you know, this that tree right there would probably have a lot of fat wood in them branches and whatnot. Not so much. Not really good quality either. You get slivers here and there. I've dug stumps out of here and whatnot, so. Yeah, there's a lot of cut pine here too that, like I said, I cut and look for fat wood, and there's just not a whole lot of it here. I don't know why. We have some chaga. I got 2 or 3 trees on the property that I've been slowly picking it off of because there's only 2 or 3 trees I found. So, yeah, coffee's boiling. I guess that extra bit helped. Let me see if I can set you up on a tripod here. And it didn't fall over. That's a miracle. So I found these new things. I guess they're pretty old, but they're new to me. They're tea bags that have coffee inside. And I just bought them and I forgot to put them in the pouch, so we're back to, it's actual coffee, it's not instant. Found them at Walmart. They're I think they're like $4 for 20 packs of them. So that's not bad. They'll last me a while. You can only smell this. That espetab is burning the pine needles. And they can smell the coffee. Now the only thing I hope is that the local bear population don't smell the coffee too. This is a different time to be in the woods. The bears don't have food, and they'll come to most any smell you find, so Just a word of caution. That's okay, I got stumpy loaded with buckshot and ball, so if they do decide they want to come in, well, I'm sure Stumpy will have something to say about that. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. Alright, well this is K-Bar User, and I want to thank you for your time and your patience. If you liked the video, hit the like button. I'm going to try to put these two together, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and we'll have a lot more of these days in the field, trust me. Y'all have a good day now.